Hi! So last week at Luke's place we had hot chocolate night and it turned out really well. I had a lot of friends come over this time around, even though it's like near finals and concert week. I was actually surprised that a lot of people turned up. Mainly it was my trumpet section, and it was actually pretty surprising seeing some new faces, specifically people from Wind. And the whole night we were talking about trumpet stuff and trying to like bonding with each other because we don't really talk in school. So I think it was a really good experience. Adele and the other guy that runs the place are back this last week, so everything went a lot more smooth, and we talked about like the whole idea of business card and like how me and Cher have been doing really well at our placements. She didn't really talk about what we could have done more because I think she compared it to last year, and she said something about like last year there wasn't really much that was going on. So she was actually pretty satisfied with what we had already done for her. So I think that went really well. I think one thing about this placement is the fact that now it's been our 8th week, I think. Yeah, our 8th week of placements, and we're starting to get comfortable. And when you get comfortable, you start to think about newer ideas and what you could have done better and what you could have done more. And I think that's really good, but at the same time it's like now that we're actually comfortable, it's our time to leave. It's the end of our placement, and I think that also works in a school setting where teachers get comfortable with a piece of music that their ensemble has been practicing or rehearsing, and then by the time you're starting to feel comfortable, you perform, and then you have to move on to the next thing. So I think that's something we all have to learn to probably I wouldn't say the word comfortable, but I'm not sure what other word to use, so I'm gonna use it for this purpose. But you get the idea where we start getting used to things, we start getting more, everything starts to fill up in its place when we get comfortable. That it's kind of disappointing that now we have to move on to the next thing. It's like now we gotta start from point one and then move our way to the comfort level again. So I think that's one thing I learned. Also, I think being in this placement, I realized that we definitely need to advertise more. As what I mean by advertising is not posting up more pictures and stuff like that, but definitely reminding people that this event happens every Thursday night, or this coffee house happens every Thursday night, because I think a lot of people are super busy and sometimes they get sidetracked. So in a sense, it's like a school setting where students are always so busy with homework and stuff like that, they forget other courses or homework and stuff like that. So sometimes teachers just have to give that nudge to the student, be like, hey, our assignment's due this Thursday, or we have a concert next week, be prepared. A little bit of a reminder, because teachers aren't their parents. They don't need to remind them everything. Students need to be independent too. Now that we're in university, we're all independent. But sometimes I think in the advertising aspect of this placement, I think we have the obligation to give people nudges, So I think that's one thing I realized, because when we really stop talking about it, everyone stops talking about it, because we're kind of the people that know what goes on that week, and it's in the back of our head, but it's not in the back of everyone's head. So I think that's also one thing I realized. Consistency, definitely. So yeah, other than that, everything's been going really well, and I think the next person who takes on Luke's place will have a lot more material than what we began with, so I think they're gonna do really well. But yeah.